Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hughes. That's Joe Hughes.
Who's the guy who conquers death? The mister with the whispers when Mumbo forgets. After introducing Pearl and Gem to say we're settling a continent. Shoulder to shoulder, surrounded by water, beyond which reset, risk your face if you wanna. We live close, we build close, we speak in proximity. Season 8's here today, still in its infancy. Mumbo is saying go, everyone's cheering, suddenly scattering, always unfearing. Though it passed by without Mumbo mentioning, there's a crew, you know who to keep you adventuring. Asuma securing villagers, Pearl on fine architecture, Joe grabbing supplies, ready to throw at the first fools who die. Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. The very first to die, B-double-O don't cry. Pops and quite chagrin, takes some apples and he flies. Zombie Cleo's next, needs an axe for the road. Geared up and cheered up, she's off with some lows. Gemini Tay appears slain by Jevin, but B-dubs is back before Joe loads the first chest in. Then Pearl's killed by Cleo, who Joe had armed previously. Then Cleo's dead too per Isco mischievously. Impulse SV got blown up by a creeper, says he won't be back, but how can he be sure? Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again.
The resupply crew.
Asuma laddering a mine shaft.
The resupply crew.
Pearl egging a shell.
The resupply crew.
Joe lavaing a portal. Yo, you're immortal, here's a doorway to hell.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy?
Who's the guy who struck his first diamond? Encircled suddenly by 3 of his friends. Tango, Corrales, and B-double-O, all armed and armored to shake down Joe. Threats bacon triplicate fully surrounded. Joe took to the sky with Cobble unbounded. Lava to dump on the brigands below, or on himself. This direction, let's go! Heading down to somewhere with coordinates in hand. Bridging and a tunneling connecting flower forest land. Cleo is away, so Joe leaves her a saddle. He hopes as he does she won't use it for battle. Returning to world spawn and lighting his tunnel, he keeps striking lava and dies a whole bundle. And droughts hunting squids, though he tried his best. But no worries, back at world spawn there's a resupply chest. Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. One chest becomes 4 labeled in stock. The shell thickens yet with smooth sandstone block. Bushes are placed, ravines are filled in. Also the hermits could keep adventuring. If dying is losing, then living is winning. Episode's done, but the show's just beginning. Pick up some tools, some potatoes and steak, and show 'em you're real, give 'em season 8. Think about a time long past, long before all this. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing strong. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Thank goodness, how'd it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Just let your mind float downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Bright, but the stars keep growing dimmer. Your dishwasher runs, you find forks for dinner. Killing lights, charging phones, setting alarms to make their tone. Winding down, closing blinds, for rest for tomorrow when there's time. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. let your mind float downstream. Sprawled out in the moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream.
It's showtime.
Dear live stream viewers, will you watch my face? It took up your screens and began to fade. It replaced some pixels from a game you like. And this is my job, so I wanna be a webcam expander.
Webcam expander.
It's off color optics from a broken cam, and some of the chat just throws up its hands. The Jost is beaten for showtime now. It's a heady job, and he wants to be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. Webcam expander.
It's showtime. Thank you very much to Dez for putting us over the top right at the very end of the stream earlier today. This is our third stream of the day, and the second one, Hermits Helping Hermits, concluded with Dez tipping to reach the Beetlejuice right as we were rating Hypnotized. So here I am now, a few hours later. Thank you, Dez. Also, Garvin Dragon just tipped 20, so let's go ahead and say thank you to Garvin Dragon. That's going to put us 22 away from the next face camera expansion. Thank you, Garvin. The Beetlejuice has a $50 tip in milestones. Because, you know what? I'm worth it. So anyway, we are back here, in my mind, working on the entrance for our episode 3. You know, in this episode, we've got a ton of great footage. I'm really happy with it on the whole. But I want to conclude the episode with a walkthrough where the stairs are finished. And, you know, let's be honest, people. We're really close. We are so close to having these stairs finished. Look at this. This is not very far at all. I'm pretty sure we have more tough in one of these chests here. We got a whole bunch of, what do you call it? We got a whole bunch of raw blocks of iron during our Hermits Helping Hermits dig. And so, you know, on the whole, we're in great shape. Oh, here it is. Here's the tough. So we have the tough. We have the blocks of iron we need. I think we're basically ready to go. So let's do it, you know? That's what we're doing. So, let's see. So thank you very much to everybody for joining us this evening. If you've never seen a Jill Hill stream before, let me tell you, things get a little bit weird up in here. You know, I really like to think of myself, when it comes to YouTube, as a bit of an artist. And, you know, part of being an artist is giving people what they want, and part of it is giving people what they don't want. So, it's me, the Beetlejuice. You can decide for yourself which this is supposed to be, because, let me tell you, it's case by case. Hayes, I see somebody here is asking a robot how much time I have been up. I'm sorry, but you know what? You work too hard to come here for your entertainment and tell a robot what to do. People are George Jetsoning robots all the time, pushing the button 8 times every day, telling computers how to act or what to put columns in, probably spreadsheets, but, you know, maybe databases. You know, you could be adding, you know, I don't know, like GPS coordinates, and, oh good, there's a data type for that. We've got to make sure we have that with the right level of, you know, accuracy, position-wise. So anyway, you know, I don't want people coming in here and telling robots what to do in their free time. You know, that's not relaxing. This is relaxing! Hanging out with people! So anyway, people are asking what we did during HHH earlier. We were palling around, working on adding a big pit to Wells Knight's base, such that we could allow him to create a giant mob spawner. I think it's going to be fantastic when it's done. He's going to be harvesting creepers. He's going to be harvesting, what do you call those, spiders. Getting the zombies into drowned. It's going to be a whole thing. We also helped Wells build, you know, into the sea for some slime chunks. He's going to be doing some slime-related work, you know, which is always exciting. You know, slime is a growth industry. You know, a lot of people don't want to get their hands dirty, or their feet, or everything, really. It's slimes. They make a whole mess. But, you know, what can you do? Gotta kind of lean into it. So, anyway, here we go. We're going to have some of this stretching into here. Kind of just give this a whole lot of depth, right? You want your build to have depth, and it can't be all the same depth, right? So, as people are coming up and down these stairs here, they're going to see this whole little cave here. This is going to be great. I'm very happy about it. So, here we go. Looking good. Also, I wanted to recognize real quick, thank you very much to Zloy XP for bringing some raiders in while we are setting up the stream. I don't normally talk while the stream is getting set up. Gotta save my voice. You know, gotta keep it perfect for all y'all who deserve the best. Because that's why you're here. That's the, you know, the Joe Hill's difference. So, here we are, putting some blocks in. Placing blocks. Boom. There's some blocks for you. I think I might move that one up a little bit. I mean, some of this needs to be rounded out as well, and we'll kind of play with that as we go. But yeah, something more like this. Yeah, let's cut this into here a little bit more. Feels a bit more organic, you know? Tyson T. Ross, 15, says, you sound a little raspy, Joe. Are you okay? Hey, I'm the Jost with the most, baby. I'm doing great. Thank you. Oliver to Louis, Tips 5, who says, is the stream set up? You know, that's a great question. Let's run through our checklist real quick and see if we forgot anything. But thank you for the 5. Tips are always welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills.
8:30 p.m. the usual streaming setup. Turn on the lights, make sure they're bright and gleam. Title, tweet, pour water, tank top, and chroma.
OBS seems all set, so I'll click start the stream and throw a pause, fold in and open VLC. I'll pick 2 songs before, lay your head down and dream. I'll say that's us to y'all, Joe Hills from Tennessee. Folks asking when will my stream begin?
After howdy, it's items and chest tools breaking. Pickaxe went poof while talking to you professional Minecrafter here, there's no mistaking. So I'll click crafting quick anvil time and champ pick, then I'll replace the books in a random chest with care. I'll tour my winery, I'm sure there's blocks somewhere, and then I'll hush and hush and hush and hush chat swear. Not any closer to recording. Folks keep asking and asking and asking and asking, when will my stream begin? Seriously, y'all, I need to record this next episode I've been working toward. I can't edit without footage, no. Once I'm all geared up, maybe we can start the show.
So boom, there we go. I think that covers about everything. Show is now set up. Here we go. Hey yo, Hypno is back on the server too. He was joining us earlier for HHH. The Hermits helping Hermits. Okay, so here's what I'm kind of thinking. As I'm looking at this here, I think I need to kind of expand some of this. Like, I think I want to have a big old vein here of this raw iron, just kind of sloping down here, and then maybe also kind of going further in. So kind of like wrapping around or warping around here. So let's go ahead and get some of that and just pop that up there, and then maybe a few in here in like kind of an L shape for looking good, right? Boom, and then we kind of have some of it pop out there again. So there we go. Yeah, that's... I don't think that's thick enough to really feel like a vein. We're gonna go ahead and maybe offset that or accent it a little bit here. Ooh, probably don't want to come back that close. Let's maybe keep mining a little bit here and kind of feel this out. So as we go this way, I feel like having this come back in a little bit tighter. So this is... So, like I said, we want to have depth, but we want to have variable depth. If we have this all be the same distance away, it's not going to feel right, you know? So, having this kind of go up there, but then come back in tight here is going to look good. Then we need to keep clearing this out as well. Okay. Hey, thank you, Mr. Cheese. Glad you are enjoying the show. So let's just kind of keep mining our way through here. Put that back in our offhand. So in the meantime, we don't want to forget to torch anything. This is our... It's not a torture chamber. It's more of a torture tunnel. But we're going to go ahead and do our best here. Let's see what we got. Alrighty. So... Boom. Joe water feature. I do what I can. I don't think I'm actually a water feature. I think I'm the Jost with the most, honestly. Okay, so let's say we pop into here a little bit. How do we want to deal with this? This is gonna need to open up and out, I guess. Figuring out... So the biggest problem with trying to do any sort of good tunnel system or stairwell is figuring out how it meets each room. And I have not even thought about that yet. I have not even thought about that. So, here we go. Let's start trying to think. I guess that's something we could try as a treat. Okay, so as you're coming down here, having it narrow here and then widen back out again. I feel like this is roughly the angle we need to take to really pop this out a lot. Okay, so just kind of gently cull in all of these blocks. Boom. Inspired, of course, by Glenn Cullen, one of the best characters in the thick of it, after, you know, most of the others. Still like him more than Ollie, though. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so then as you descend there... You've got kind of that expanding space. Oh, that's interesting. The chests disappear that far away. Not sure what I want to do with that information. Like, I almost feel like you shouldn't be able to see the chests until you're close enough to see the chests. So by unblocking that, I've created a weird thing where they blink into existence. So now I gotta deal with that information. Okay. Not what I wanted to do today. I'm also not convinced I want to deal with having these dripstones all the way down. I kind of like having them here, because this is a convenient little farm for them. But it's going to be a lot of work. A lot of work to really get this organized. Dang it, I got to drop off this extra cobble. Who are my neighbors? Hey, I'm sharing a base with Zombie Cleo this season. I actually haven't explored. I think... Hypno is one of my nearest neighbors. Cleo and I have a lot of space because we're planning a pretty expansive build. So we haven't really bumped into our near neighbors too much. So, kind of the way this season started off, like, there was a bunch of people who were like, I want to settle in a particular biome. So wherever that ends up being on whatever seed we get, that's going to be where we settle. And there were other people who were like, I just want to play. You know, I'll find the most interesting place that no one else is claiming, and I'll head there. And so, like, Cleo and I were like, we're going to the Flower Forest wherever it is. But I don't actually know where other hermits ended up settling, because not everybody had, like, a pre-selected biome. I'm not even sure if it was half of us. So, honestly, I need to go wander around the server and try and find people's spaces at some point and put them on a map. Cup of Joe says, you sound kind of sick. Oh, sorry, Cup of Joe. No, I'm actually fine. I was just doing a bit. You see, I got my tie on and my Beetlejuice jacket. I'm doing a Beetlejuice bit. But, you know, if I'm worrying people, maybe I'll switch back to my regular voice for a little bit just to reassure everybody. How's that sound? Okay. Well, speaking of the sound, it's not sound to keep digging when I don't have enough tuff to finish this project. So... somebody says, or superpower DNA. Says, looks like your nearest neighbors are Hypno and XB to the east and Zid a bit to the northeast. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, and just so you know, we are, with the Beetlejuice, we are on $50 tipping milestones at this point, because I got to get some mining done at some point. We are 17 away from the next face camera expansion, and tips are always welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. So, okay, here we go. We need to find Tough. Which one was the tunnel that I took earlier today? I don't think it was that one. I took a tunnel earlier today, and I found, like, a whole cave system with the zombie spawner. And I don't think I flagged it as the one with the zombie spawner. But here's the thing, is I kind of don't want to go down the same tunnel I went down earlier, because I don't need to find the zombie spawner right now. I need to find more Tough. So let's skip a few tunnels until we hit one that isn't yet recently explored. Because Cleo, when she went mining, didn't grab any Tough. Okay, wait. No, these aren't Cleo's tunnels at this point. So I think I just need to go to the last one. Hey, welcome, Orange. It's tough to find. Yeah, sorry, I gotta sneeze, so I'm gonna mute a second. Alrighty, there we go. Hey, Etho joined the game. Howdy, Etho. Okay, so thank you. The zombie spawner coordinates are marked in the chat, so we don't need to find the zombie spawner. We need to find... Oh, is this Cleo's geode? Oh, okay. Cleo's been talking about how she couldn't find her geode. We should put a sign on this. I'm not even joking. Oh, wait. She looks like she put stairs on there leading to it. Okay. So she found it. Either way, is what this comes down to. Cleo did find her geode, it looks like. I am glad to hear that or see that. Okay, we need to power through this way, though. Oh. All these little tunnels that aren't really lit up, Cleo. You're scaring me. I don't want to get creepered in the mine. I know we have, like, good armor now. Molecan says, have you considered allowing tips to make you smaller? Well, the thing is, Molecan, I've already got a system for that. The camera resets every day at 6 a.m. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania time. Because in this house, we follow Groundhog Day rules. So, this is a cross-stitch my friend Shannon made. If you have friends who are cool artists, COVID is a rough time for a lot of folks who are self-employed artists. Hire them. Hire your friends to make cool stuff. You'll have a bit cooler apartment, and it helps out your friends. Like, because like if I went on Etsy and was like, oh, I wonder if I can find this random quote from Groundhog Day in exactly the way I want. It's like, maybe, but you know what? If I know exactly what I want, I should just reach out to one of my artist friends and ask them, to commission them. So, yeah. Definitely. Oh, here we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. La da 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 da. Do 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 do. La da da da. Da 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 da. Hey, Tough blocks. Duh. The warden is not in the game yet. I'm sorry. I was hoping for him this time around too, but not quite. The chat says you're welcome to Etho. Yo, yeah, so for those of y'all who weren't there for Hermitcraft stream weekend, I randomly got a Riptide 3 book, and I was like, oh, I love Riptide 3, but I don't know when I'm going to get a Trident. It could be a few months, because that's just not a priority for me right now. And they're like, give it to Etho. He needs one now. I'm like, awesome. So we went over there and dumped it in a chest for him. So, yeah, it looks like he just found it. Dark Dialga 777 tips 5, who says, "Here's a cool 5 for that wonderful pun in the title. Have a great night, Joe." Well, thank you very much, Dark Dialga. That puts us 12 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay, so hey there, Naomi. Welcome to the stream. I'm seeing Cleo didn't light all this up, but you know what? That's her prerogative. I'm just gonna, sometimes if you wanna be a good housemate or whatever with somebody, you don't just complain when they, don't have the energy to do something. You just help them out by doing it for them. So I'm just gonna help Cleo out by lighting this tunnel a little better. Also by grabbing all the tuff. It's kind of win-win. But yeah. Okay, so there are thousands of people playing Hermitcraft since we gave it to Etho, says GoofuVire. I mean, kind of, yeah. Like, the comments you guys, or that y'all leave on videos, it's the sort of thing that, I mean, I read my comments. I'm not gonna say every comment is read by every hermit, but, the comments y'all leave in chat, the comments you leave on videos, tweets, Tumblr posts, and stuff, it does impact how we play the game. So, this is a huge community project, even though there's a couple dozen artists who are kind of taking the lead. So here we go. Cup of Joe 1 tips 2, who says, "Let's make that an even 10." Well, thank you very much, Cup of Joe. That puts us 10 away from the next face camera expansion. Hamster Dancer 98 says, "Why don't you start a new branch for diamonds and grab the tuff while you're there?" Because I don't need diamonds. But I do need to light up the parts of this mine that Cleo didn't necessarily light up. And so... And I do need... it's a lot faster to find tuff when you are going down somebody's existing hallway. Oh, this is scary. Okay. Ooh, glow squid ink. Awesome. Also a zombie. So the other thing is we really do need to light up all of these caves because it's going to help with our spawners and things like that on the server to have better control over our mob spawning. So let's go ahead and make some more sticks. Make some more torches real quick. I mean, honestly, we'll burn through 4 stacks on this cave. This is exhaustive. Or this is a very large system, it looks like. Turning our back on that creeper leads us to this one. Okay, let's hide in here real quick and eat, facing outward. Okay. Let's go ahead and remark that. In terms of freeing up our inventory, let's dump the kelp real quick and the dirt. Okay. Pretty sure those zombies were trying to follow me, but I'm not sure how far they got. So while we mine this out here, there's the creeper. Okay. Yep, see these zombies are carrying blocks. They'll never despawn. It's super important from a server management standpoint to get as many caves lit up so you don't have zombies spawning and picking up random items and just trying to waste pathfinding resources on the server. Because it does use CPU time to pathfind. Ooh, that's an enchanted bow. Whoops. Somebody asks, does it help you more to watch on YouTube or Twitch? It literally doesn't matter. Viewership numbers are completely irrelevant to my financial success. This show is viewer supported, and the folks who tip let me pay my rent, pay for food, pay for health insurance, let me set aside a little bit for savings, so on the months where I might not break even, I'm not going into the red. But yeah, so, I mean, there are definitely streamers who, like, run ads and stuff, but, yeah, ad revenue is not how I've chosen to build my business. Oh, boy. Okay, so we're going to consolidate this and this. We're going to get rid of these. Oh, I didn't get the enchanted bow, did I? Well, you know what? Honestly, it's probably not worth it. Let's deal with this first. Okay, we don't want them coming down the stairs at us, because then they have the high ground. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Do I need the rotten flesh? That's a great question. No, not to my knowledge. So let's try and get that bow again. We got the carrot this time. Power 1, unbreaking 1. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. Oh, this wasn't as far back as I thought it was going to be. Do I work another job other than YouTube? I do some freelance development work, which helps me make ends meet. Wow. I think I should head back at this point, because, like... Oh, wait, we can consolidate those. Which way did I come in here, though? Hey, Ada, thank you for the 2. That's going to put us 8 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay, so the way out is probably... Wait, okay, where did that... So wherever the skeleton came from isn't lit, also. So where'd he come from? Is there a hole in the ceiling? Did we come from down here, maybe? Yeah, this is where we didn't get. Retreat for a second to eat. Retreat to eat. Okay. Hey, try with MS. Thank you for the 5. Who says, Joe, hey Joe, I hope you're doing well. Cheers. I'm doing my best. Thanks. That puts us 3 away from the next face camera expansion. Yeah, don't say the same question multiple times or I'll time you out. Okay. Somebody says, so you get no monetization from YouTube. The amount of money I make off of YouTube ad revenue is almost always less each month than I pay in health insurance. It is not a major part of my revenue or budget. If YouTube ad revenue went away tomorrow, it would be an inconvenience, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. Hey, it looks like we just got a tip via PayPal, because folks supporting the show via Patreon, PayPal, and YouTube tips are really what keep the lights on around here. Hey, Milagros says, tips 10 and says, oh, sorry, I mispronounced that. Why Kitsune says, hey, Joe, rarely get to catch you live since I'm on the other side of the world. Love and Season 8, thank you so much for the laughs. Have a great stream. So thank you very much. That is going to put us $7 past our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. It's time to Expand Joost. Do. Yeah, I saw a lot of people being really at the mercy of YouTube's advertising. So ad revenue can be very cyclical. And so I made the decision a long time ago that I didn't want to build my business around being dependent on that working out. Because I was like, there could just be a down cycle where it just doesn't come back. And whereas, like, if the viewers are directly supporting me, and the viewers are all over the world, instead of one algorithm screwing up and causing problems for me, it would have to be everybody all over the world losing their jobs. That, before it was like an emergency for me. You know what I mean? And like, even with COVID, which is probably the closest thing possible to that scenario, everybody didn't lose their jobs. Like, y'all have been supporting me through COVID. And, I've definitely gotten messages from some people who are like, hey, Joe, I love backing you on Patreon, but I got to take a break because I'm not getting hours at work or whatever right now. And so, but even though that was the case for some people, it wasn't enough. Like, it's more resilient to build a genuine audience of folks who enjoy your art and let them support you $5 to $10 at a time all over the world, right? Than it is to depend on the algorithm. Like, think about all the nice things you've ever heard people say about the YouTube algorithm. There's not as many of them as you've probably heard them say about people they've met from all over the world. Okay, so we need to log this geode. So I just took a screenshot there. But if somebody in the Discord chat can add to the live event chat X1132 Y44 Z1385, that would be appreciated. The thing about sponsorships, though, is that sponsorships from companies depend on those companies. Like, the companies that sponsor people, that comes out of their advertising budget. If the ad market blows up, then part of that is going to be that companies are slashing their ad budgets. So if they're slashing their ad budgets, they're going to stop paying for YouTube ads at the same time they're cutting down on sponsorships. So, hey, thank you, Queen Dark Lady. That's exactly what I said. Appreciate it. Yeah. So, basically, if the people who make their money entirely off YouTube ads have one client, really, YouTube. And if that client decides to stop buying what they're selling, there's not a good way for them to keep making videos available easily to their audiences. And there's like a bunch of things that can go wrong. So I'm just playing it safe here. By allowing folks to sponsor or patronize the stream directly, I'm making sure that I have hundreds or thousands of clients that are purchasing my art. And the fun thing about this model, though, is they're not purchasing my art to go in their homes. They're purchasing it to be displayed for everyone to enjoy. So thank you very much, Jin, for the 5, who says, smile. Or, well, it doesn't command me to smile, but there's a picture of a smile. And then we got 5 as well from Jean Lima, who says, at the same time, doesn't it feel unstable to not have a product? I do. My videos and my streams are my product. I'm creating art that people are buying. But like I said, they're not buying it to put it in their homes. They're buying it to put it on display for everybody in the community to enjoy. Moron says, what about your music revenue? Well, the album sales are not a significant source of revenue. Like, over the course of a year, each album probably makes a few $100s, and I split that 50-50 with my brother. So it's not nothing, but that's not even a month's rent. That's not even a month's health insurance. That's would I rather have that money than not have that money? Yes, but like that music revenue is not a livable annual salary by any means. Yeah, I've got 2 albums. Sean Hills Sings Joe Hills and Sean Hills Sings Joe Hills 2, The Secret of the Views. You can find them on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, or basically, Tidal, Deezer, wherever you get your online music. They should be carrying us because we were working through We're working through DistroKid as our distributor, who works with all of those companies. Somebody says, I would love a Skedaddle Saddle song. Maybe one day. I'm not sure that I can promise that. Okay. Okay, wait, this is like getting out of hand here. Wait, am I out of slots to carry the tough too? Okay, we're gonna put the iron ore down for a second. Hold on. We're gonna put the iron ore down. And we're gonna harvest that. Okay, now we picked up the tough. Okay. So let's see, the way we came in was right here. I think we fixed the missing torches. Our inventory's full. We got 21 diamonds without even trying. Grace Fender says, Sean said he might stream working on Joe's new song tomorrow. Wonder which one that is. Because, like, I sent him a bunch of stuff, and I don't remember... Huh. Okay, we'll have to check on that. I found the diamonds. Don't yell in all caps. That's against the rules. That'll give you some time to read the rules while you're timed out. Okay. How's the mine progress? Going pretty well. Hey, Lauren Conaway, thank you very much for the 5. That is going to put us 28 away from the next face camera expansion. Alyssa Smith says, time to update your profile picture. No, it's not. I don't have a new headshot to post. And, like, now's not a great time. So I really want to shoot my new headshot in the same place I shot the old one, but that part of the park where I shot it was under construction last I checked, so I can't go over there. So even if I wanted to hire a new photographer to shoot a new thing... Oh, he's working on the other version of the HHH theme. Awesome, awesome. Yeah. Great. So, how was my call thing? It was good. Okay. Yeah, rules are in the description. So, okay, let's go ahead and consolidate some of this down. We're going to want to cook the copper. We're going to want to consolidate the iron into ores. We're going to want to put some of this other stuff in here for right now. Okay, we probably don't... Yeah, we got plenty of tough. I'm not sure if it's enough tough. Oh, these blocks of raw copper, actually. Can you smelt the blocks of raw copper? Can you smelt those? Hold on. I didn't even try. Hold on. No, okay. I guess that's fair. Whatever, that's fine. We got a lot of copper during HHH mining out Wells' thing. The one guy in the corner says, I never watched you, but you seem really interesting. I will watch you more now. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Are you tough enough? Well, hey, just so you know, Fred, actually, no, you're impersonating a famous person. That's a ban. Okay. Like, why does that name seem familiar? Oh, no, because that's a real person that you are not. Okay. Tango's here. Howdy, Tango. Let's kind of mine into here a little bit. We need to have that to some level like this. Actually, this would be a good example of where to put one of these iron veins. Right? I should call him Tangy. You know, I mean, we're close, but we're not that close. We're not that close. Ooh, Etho's going shopping. There's some spoilers for you. I'm gonna kind of overtorch this initially. We'll come back and light this properly. But I really want to just get it. You know, let's try something here. I want to try having kind of a vein of tough kind of in here. So kind of like splitting it like lightning a little bit. Is that cool? That might turn out to be cool, but I'm not sure. How much of the time you spend on Hermitcraft is live streamed? Most of it. Like, in general, if I have... So sometimes I'm like, if I'm on a phone call, like a planning call with people, I'll jump on Hermitcraft and I'll do some, what do you call it? Just resource gathering stuff. But for the most part, if I'm on Hermitcraft and I'm going to be there for more than an hour... I'm just like, oh, let me just start up a stream real quick, and I'll gather some resources and hang out with people. Because I just have more fun, even if I'm just doing stuff like gathering resources, or especially if I'm doing stuff like gathering resources. I really like palling around with the chat. And the thing that we don't always record, though, is, like, let's say that, like, I've got a bunch of calls, and in between those calls, it's like, you know, one of the hermits is like, hey, can you hop on for, like, 15 minutes at 9:30? And I'm like, yeah, I've got a thing at, 8:30, and I've got a thing at 10, but I can do that, right? So it wouldn't make sense to start a stream for just that little window there, And so there are bits and pieces here and there that don't get streamed because they just wouldn't fit into the schedule of a stream, But for the most part, if I can stream, I do stream. So, like, this is my third stream today, all on Hermitcraft. Because I just really wanted to get this done. I really want this to look good for my third episode. I'm really close to getting that episode finished, but it's just, like, not there. Does that make sense? Yeah, the raw iron does look a bit like beans. Oops, don't want that. I want more like this, I think. Wells Cam joined the game. Hey, Alex, thank you for the 5, who says, always glad to see the Beetlejuice. Also, are you aware you still have the Moon Mines notification description on Twitch? Yeah, honestly, I just kind of think it's funny, but maybe it is disconcerting for people. I should probably change it at some point. But yeah, I know it's there, but I don't know how important it is to change. Are people legitimately annoyed by it? Because, like, it just seems like the sort of random thing that I would keep saying, and in fact, that is why I'm still doing it. Because I'm like, that feels like me. That's on brand. Yeah, maybe this season of Hermitcraft takes place on the moon. You don't know. Maybe the moon in Minecraft is very oxygen-rich. Why did I throw away all the ender pearls? I knew I would need them. Oh, they're back in my base. I mean, my base is down here. But yeah, I just need a sign at the top of the stairs that says the moon. Wait, I could mine underneath B-Dubs' base, according to Sammy. Thank you, Sammy. That is an excellent suggestion. So, please don't make sharp corners in your terraforming. Maybe. Am I ever camera shy when I stream? No. I will say though, I like when I like streaming with the miscolored camera more than the normal one because it it feels less distracting to me seeing my face out of the corner of my eye. Because, like, the thing is, like, you know how when you listen to a recording of your voice, it's kind of like, oh, that's not exactly my voice. Like, I know I don't look exactly like that, but it's close to how I look. Whereas this is so blatantly different from how I look, it it's less distracting. I'm not sure that that's the same thing as shyness, but I would say like camera shyness is seeing your face or being on camera and being negatively affected in your performance, I guess, to me. And oh no, I did the wrong ones. Oh no, what did I? Oh, that was a mistake. Because the sandstone, the cutter was always here. Oh, what am I gonna do with all these cut copper? If we go to the other cutter, hold on. Can we turn them back? Okay, wait. Boom. There we go. Okay, I was worried for a second. Ed Butler says, I suspected the Mines on the Moon thing sticking around so long was a classic Joe Hill's subtle troll. See, that's the thing, is if you build a certain comedy style, laziness becomes indifferentiable or indistinguishable from humor. So, what got me started on Minecraft? Well, I loved Dwarf Fortress, and one of my friends was like, Joe, Minecraft is like first-person Dwarf Fortress. I was like, ooh, I want to check that out. So I did. Okay, so we also should really quick... Oh, no, I forgot honey. And the sun's going down. We're going to come back to this one. Okay, back to the boat, Boom, 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 ba-doom, boom. And here we are now. Cobloco, I have no idea the average age of my audience, but I do know that the people who tip are all adults, and so I tend to create things for adults. Not necessarily things that, like, wouldn't be okay to watch with your kid in the room, or that your kid wouldn't enjoy, but, like, I don't try to make videos that baby people, you know? Like, I'm not trying to, like, it's just, you know... Like, as far as I'm concerned, my core audience is adults who might want to watch things with their kids or their siblings or their nieces or nephews around, you know? So I try to make things that would be enjoyable for everybody. Don't post your age. Also, if you're under 13, Twitch and Twitter, or not Twitch, Twitch. Twitch and YouTube require I ban you. You are not allowed to be on their service if you are under 13. So don't say your age. So that's an instant ban for that person who just said they're 12. So recommend against that. There's a reason there's a rule against posting the ages in the chat. Okay, and other people are posting their ages. So I'm timing them out because they weren't under 12. But yeah, don't post your age in the chat. Okay. But I make the stuff that I would want to make. So in a lot of ways, my audience is me. And I'm someone who was born in the 80s, and... Okay. That person just... Yeah, don't say you're 6 unless you want to be banned. Okay, that person says they're 2. I know they're lying, but literally... Like... Okay. Okay, so I'm just timing out a lot of people now. Or banning them. Honestly, at the point where I'm like, guys, I just timed out or banned 5 people, I'm not going to be too careful with which buttons I press. Like, you don't... Yeah. See, the thing is, if you're demonstrating, like, I'll actively ruin the stream by making the streamer stop playing the game... Even if the thing I originally complained about was a timeoutable offense, now you're just ruining it for everybody, so it's bannable. Okay, so let's see. Try with MS Tips 2 says, just curious, do you still talk with Generic B? No, I do not. That puts us 21 away from the next face camera expansion. Do I still play Dwarf Fortress? I pick it up from time to time, but honestly, I'm really busy. And so I don't get a lot of time to play games outside of streams. One of the things I'm thinking about doing is starting to do some sort of like, I want to do more streams like the Spelunky streams, But right now, the season starting out is the worst time to do that. But like as the season kind of, as we get further into the season, I want to start maybe mixing it up a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so we've got 20 here. Am I going to stream a visit to the Nether? Not today. I mean, I technically already came back from Wells Nights through the Nether on stream. But that wasn't like, that's not the point of the stream. It's not a stream about the Nether. It's a stream about working on our mine shaft. And our mine shaft needs a few things that we are acquiring now. When do I plan to get my elytra? That's a late game item, and I'm not late game yet. Room 219B says, what do you need the waxed exposed copper stairs for? The 3 wide entrance for the mine entrance is done. Well, the thing is that I'm going to be using these. There's going to be other stairs used throughout the mine. So I'm going to be using these for other places that we have elevation changes inside the mine. Do I play D&D in my off time? When I can. I'm in a weekly Pathfinder game. But that's not like from a particular brand loyalty or anything. That's just what my friend who was dungeon mastering wanted to play. And the dungeon master gets to pick the game because he's the one doing the work. So, yeah. Yeah, free-range copper stairs. Uh-oh, those ones weren't waxed properly. I am running a Ravenloft test game on Friday, so... Dang it. Forgot to wax that one. This has been a very successful strategy on the whole. Yeah, this flower forest also grows copper stairs. Who knew? Okay. What does my Strahd voice sound like? It depends on the game. So I've got a few different variations of Ravenloft. One of them is kind of like a time loop situation that I came up with. And for that one, I give Strahd a very Bill Murray kind of a thing. But yeah, in the normal one, I don't do that. So the thing is that I've found that when I'm running Strahd, doing him closer to a Bill Murray character in general works better because he can be more ominous while he's like slipping jokes in. He's so bored. He's been there forever, you know, type of thing. He's been trapped in Barovia by the mists for centuries. So the idea he keeps himself entertained by, you know, dropping jokes into the conversation kind of gives him this sense that he's really just playing with the characters. He's not worried, you know. Can you do a British accent? Good evening. This is Joseph Hills with the BBC One. Who are my neighbors on the server? XB and Hypno are nearby. Okay. Darewolf says, love that campaign. It's my family's specialty to DM. Nice. Why are they so spaced out? They age quicker if they're not close to other copper. I'm not blue. I'm incredibly happy today. Okay. So, this is 46 waxed exposed cut copper stairs. So the thing is, I'm kind of thinking that when I bust out this wall here, which I'm not going to do today, I might widen this to 4 wide. But also, for things like access within the, for the spider spawner, if we need stairs between things and areas and whatnot, I'm going to use the wax exposed cut copper stairs for that, for kind of a unity visually. Oh wait, the cobblestone, I want to put in my cobble chest, because that's why we have it now, to keep other stuff. Oh, wow, I had accidentally put tough in my cobble chest. No wonder I was running out of tough. I was like, I thought I had so much, but wow, it just goes fast. Deather Dealer says, I'm doing Tomb of Annihilation. It's fun, but you know what's not fun? The Death Curse. Who knew the Death Curse might not be the most fun thing in a game? Womp womp. Dang it, why did I put that there? That's fine. That one needs to go down further. Okay, let's get the ones directly adjacent to the stairwell sorted. Maybe we have a platform here and then others, maybe it turns. See, the thing is, like, from a practical standpoint, just not having to turn on the stairs is easier. Okay, so let's see. You know what would be cool? Copper rails. That's interesting. Alyssa Smith says, do you normally stream so late? I do. Okay. Andrew K says, Joe, the stairwell is beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I'm realizing I didn't work on this ceiling at all up here. I'm glad I immediately fell out that hole. Okay, let's try this again. We're gonna try... I didn't realize that I had cut that so close here. Oh, I'm low on calcite, though. Only got 14 of those. Dang it, plants. Actually, that wouldn't make sense. Let's put tough here. There's a box of free calcite during Impulse's stream. Okay, that's good to know. We don't need a box right now. We just needed like 5 blocks, and I think, or 4 of them apparently. So I think we're okay. What's my favorite disc? Putter. I like being able to get the disc into the basket, and the putter is usually what gets me there. I very rarely get anywhere close to the chains using any other disc because I'm too far away and I'm not that talented. Okay. So yeah, this is looking workable. Okay. Let's just add a little bit of depth here so when we drop the extra blocks in, it's not too high up. Okay, so when you're going down here, okay, yeah, so we want to have that be more accessible. Like, I like being able to see the train station from down there. I think that would be cool. So let's actually try this a different way. I'm going to make the train visible here. How are we for inventory? We're okay. Dang it. It's fine. Don't yell in all caps, please. What times do I stream? Let's see. Tomorrow, I don't have any set scheduled streams. Wednesday, I'm going to be streaming for sure at 9 o'clock U.S. Central Time, 9 p.m., which is basically an hour ago, or 80 minutes ago from now. I might do some bonus streams on those days. I also have a lot of editing to get done. But part of me is like, I'm not making the progress I want to on this entrance. And so, like, I gotta, so if I gotta spend more time on the grind here, I might as well stream it. But it's, so, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to do bonus streams either day, but a lot of that's going to depend on how comfortable I feel with ending episode 3 with wherever I get to at the end of this stream. Dang it. Now I need torches here. Okay. Do I watch other Hermit's videos? Yeah. You know, actually, let's go ahead and expand this a little bit further this way. See, this is how I get in trouble, because I'm like, you know, the ceiling should just be a little bit higher. And then before I know it, I'm going to be out of tough again. I'll be like, well, that's tough. And then I'm going to have to go back and mine more of that. Daldot says, best tip for not burning yourself on a large build, keeping interested. Build something that you want to build. Build something that you're going to be interested in multiple steps of, not just the end result. I usually build things based on ideas that I'm not sure how they're going to work. And so as it starts unfolding, the iterations are interesting to me because I'm learning things as I go about either the original architecture or about the mathematics of what I had planned or about the terrain generation in Minecraft or whatever. So basically, don't go in with a, like, oh, I've already designed every bit of this plan. Go in there and say, oh, okay, I've got a rough idea what I want to do. I'm going to get it done, and I'm going to learn things as I go. Okay, let's get this copper, too. We're not going to make this roof that high, but that is a lot of free copper that we can't just ignore. Okay. Why do I have this wax in my offhand still? No! So as you're coming down here, you might see, you'll see up into there a little bit. So we need to make sure that a lot of that is cleaned up. Okay. Let's go ahead and put these blocks of iron in here. And kind of clean that up a bit. Dang it. Zombie games, don't spam emoji, please. Okay. Why is this cart here? Go back. Go back. Go back. Okay. What am I doing with this cavern? I'm working on it. Do I have merch? Not at the moment. I've run into some vendor sourcing issues that I am trying to overcome, but I have a lot else on my plate right now. But right now, it's a lot of those things where they're happy to sell me things that I can't guarantee delivery on. And I'm like, well, I don't want to tell a bunch of people, give me your money, and then we'll ship this whenever we can. I want to say, here's what we know we can get despite the shipping interruptions. You know? And so I'm in process on that. But I was more optimistic than I should have been about shipping recovering post, like, vaccination availability. There's just a lot of moving parts. And what it comes down to is I don't want to roll the dice on stuff where people hand me money. And so, unfortunately, it might be a while. I'm working on it. But there's a lot of things outside of my control where it's like, okay, even if I'm printing the shirts locally in Nashville, guaranteeing availability of certain shirts and certain sizes isn't something that I can easily do because the vendor doesn't know what stuff is going to arrive when, and it's just like, Like, doing this stuff right is difficult. And so, but I've waited this long in hopes that when I do it, I can do it right. So I can wait a little longer. And I'm sorry, folks, who were looking forward to that soon. But I don't have anything to announce this time. But okay. So this isn't perfect, but it's, you know, this part here though is particularly obnoxious. Let's just get rid of the die right here. Dang it. But we're gonna clear the die right out. Hey, thank you very much to Alyssa for tipping 10, who says, from one 80s baby and parent to another, thanks for the entertainment. Good night. It's late in North Carolina. Well, have a wonderful evening, Alyssa. That's going to put us 11 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay. So this part here isn't visible from down there, so we don't have to worry about it quite as much. Although, honestly, punching a hole in this where you could see up into there wouldn't be terrible. Okay, so what can you see? You can see part of that right there. And you can definitely see that die right in this floor here. Okay. Okay. Dang it. Hey, Santa, thank you for raiding with a party of 11. Hope you had a wonderful stream. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome, raiders, to the Hermitcraft Season 8 server. I am currently working on the entrance to mine and Zombie Cleo's mineshaft. Our base is still early days. We are just getting started, but I wanted to make sure that our mineshaft felt like it was really interesting, because we spent a lot of time going up and down these stairs early on, so I'm trying to just really give this a three-dimensional feel. A lot of tough jokes have been made, Pickle Persona, a lot. Speaking of tough, we actually just ran out again, so it is time for us to go gather more. Hey, Hiscotti Biscotti, thank you for the 3, who says, rolls dice, snake eyes, time to give Joe money. I appreciate it. That puts us 8 away from our next face camera expansion. Tips are always welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills. Okay. So, any guess when the merch will be a realistic possibility? No, I don't want to speculate at this time. There's too many things. Like, I thought it would be a realistic possibility now, and I was clearly wrong. So before I give a new estimate, I want to prove to myself that the reasons I was wrong before are no longer applicable. And those reasons are mostly instability due to a global pandemic. And that global pandemic is still pretty broadly applicable. So I don't have a high degree of confidence in my ability to estimate accurately at this time. I'm sorry. That's just where I'm at. Okay, so we need to go get more tough. Luckily, Whoops. I put... let's go ahead down the tunnel here. Make this mine shaft into a mine home. Yeah, exactly. Was it down here, or is it further back? I feel like I already overshot it. Hold on. Dang it. Okay. Where, oh, where is that turn? Please, please. I'm going to put a block here. So I know to turn, because, like, this is a problem if I can't find this. Put a sign at the entrance that says mine and yours, or yours and mine. Nice. Hey, welcome, Mufid Amir. Glad you could join us. Okay. Thank you, Kitten. I'm glad y'all are enthusiastic for the merch. Once again, sorry for the supply chain issues. This is the same Joe as the profile of the channel. The camera's messed up, so it's blue, which if you're not expecting my face to be blue, I can see why you might be like, is that the same guy? It is. Okay, so we mined a lot of the tuff here, but not all of it. I feel like, though, my best bet is actually going to be to continue down the tunnel rather than grabbing the scraps here. The scraps here are going to be minimal at best. Okay. Come on. Can spiders spawn in those pads? Did Cleo just not need redstone? I guess that makes sense. Cleo doesn't really use redstone, so why bother mining it? Okay. Any tuff in here? Just kind of checking all the little pokey holes. Hey, here we go. This is way faster than digging my own mine, and it's easier on my pick. Okay. This is going okay. I mean, despite the scope creep, like, I think we're doing a reasonable job of covering a lot of this. Nightwing correctly comments, Joe Hills is so cool. Thank you for noticing. Appreciate it. Okay. So let's see, what is that? That gets us almost 2 stacks. I'm just going to mark these as I go also so I know that I checked them. So I can, like, tell... Because Cleo never puts torches in these. I can tell how far I got down the hallway next time I come back. Oh, wait. Was that tough? No, that's coal. Which we don't need. Okay, it opens up a little bit here. Some iron, which is nice, but it's not what we're looking for. But we can always use more iron. We are using raw iron for some of the accents, so that's actually not unhelpful. It's just not the real must-have. Interesting. So we're hitting another tunnel or something back here. Looks like Cleo mined out a chamber. Come on. Tough. Okay, so there's a cave here. Does this... We're not going to find tough if we go too high up, but we do need to make sure any caves we connect to aren't going to have mobs drop in on us. Yeah, see, this is the sort of thing I'm worried about here. And this will help with the server load if we don't have mobs spawning and pathing. Second creeper. Alright. Time for a potato. Okay. See, this guy had a cobble in his hand, so he wasn't going to despawn ever. That's a whole separate problem from a server lag standpoint. Part of good server citizenship is lighting all your mine shafts. So you don't get those random zombies spawning forever with CPU cycles getting chewed up and nommed on. Yeah, let's retreat a second here. Not into that guy, though. Dang it, or into this guy. Okay, how are we on torches? Okay, we're going to consolidate these. I don't have enough torches to do this whole thing. Especially if I do that. Okay, that is going to get me toward the creeper. Okay, don't want that. Okay, that's a whole separate problem down there. Okay, we're going to have to come back here, clearly. So putting in a few extra torches will help next time we come back, but it's not going to solve our problems. Dang it. This armor is definitely holding up, though. The enchants really made a difference. Am I getting shot from behind? Okay. Yeah, I was getting shot from behind. I thought so. I was like, I feel like I'm getting more arrows in my ears than I was expecting. That one's got a sword. That one's got a spider. That one's got a zombie. And now we found a ravine. Yeah, we don't... Our 9 torches will be insufficient to parse that ravine. So we're just going to fortune pick this copper for now. Oh, yeah, and look, there's a whole thing up here that we don't even have a... We haven't even started on this. Stuff could drop in on us from above here. Don't love that. Is that the end of this? Okay, it is, but... Copper down there we'll grab. Hey, Ryan, glad you're enjoying the show. Okay, so we came from this way. We're going to swing back down and around. Oh, spider there. See, that fella picked up a spider eye, so he was never going to despawn. We know we need to go back out the way we came in, which I think is not this way. It's this way. We did not fully explore that branch at all, but we came from here. So we're going to come back here. Looks like that fella dropped in on us. Okay, so then this puts us back down here. So did he socially spawn? Okay, let's run back with what we got. Glad you could join us, Cha-Cha. I could make raw copper ore blocks. If I had wood to make a crafting bench, yes. But I actually don't have half of the stuff. Okay. Why did I change my skin? Well, I mean, because of exfoliation, our skin is constantly changing. Do I have a bedtime? No, but I probably need one. I'm in process on a lot of this stuff. I woke up early and went running for the first time in a long time today, and I ended up needing a few naps. But even with the naps, I'm hoping to get to bed at a reasonable hour today, because I'm just exhausted. But at the same time, it's like I woke up early this morning without even having the alarm, just because there's so much stuff going on, and I'm like, I know I need to go exercise. Because, you know, Jevin's had some health problems lately, and he talked on Twitter. This is nothing private. He talked on Twitter about how he needed to eat better and exercise more. So it's like, you know, I need to stay ahead of some of that stuff, you know, myself, because I don't want to be dealing with, you know, similar problems down the line. So trying my best to try and, you know, be responsible with stuff like that. Okay, so we can dump this in here. Okay, so... Oh, wait, we were going to use the raw iron for more blocks. Wait, that's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Okay, so let's consolidate our mob stuff into here. Let's consolidate this stuff into here. Don't yell in all caps, please. I know there was a tough in the water, but there was like one. Laser Gaming says, Joe, you should take a break and take care of yourself. That's what I'm describing. I'm describing taking care of myself and taking breaks. So, wow, we are cooking a lot of copper. Is that Water Cleo's anti-mob defense system? That would actually sweep those mobs from that area we were just in backwards. So that's not the worst pitch. But no, that's just I accidentally broke some water while I was getting tough. Oh, let's get tough. Will I ever do a setup tour? I did a few streams about setting up the studio when I was first setting it up. But I need to totally rework it because the way I set it up doesn't work for doing art streams without like causing me neck and back pain. So I need to figure out a way to reorganize this room, and I just haven't gotten to it. Hey, Skinny Me. We are working on building a entrance to our mine for our mine shaft. So this is the entrance at ground level, and then when you come down here, we've got waxed exposed cut copper stairs. We've got a geode that leads to our little train station here. Oh, I meant to put the minecart back on the track. I didn't do that. So like this one takes us to a geode. I don't have the tunnels for the for these all set up yet, but we've got a nice fancy geode right here, which I don't have time to harvest tonight because we don't need those for this part of the build. Garth Des says, I'm digging your use of raw iron. I've been meaning to add it to my aesthetic mine. Awesome. Yeah, so this other one takes us further away. This is a much longer rail line to our other baby spider spawner, and geode. Technically, geodes 3 and 4 are both over there. So you can see the train station there. We've got some of that. So what we needed the tuff for was kind of cleaning this up in here. Kind of getting the ceiling knocked out. I'm feeling pretty happy with it on the whole, but it's just a matter of getting the blocks in the wall, you know? Dang it. Let's try this maybe here, and then have that kind of come up along there a little bit. I wish I had scaffolding, but the nearest jungle is like 1,000,000 blocks away. Hey, Spider Nom. Glad you could join us. Yeah, this is my third stream from Hermitcraft today. So my long-term plan is to always do 2 streams on Monday for sure. HHH and the evening stream. But there are going to be some Mondays where I might want to throw in an extra morning stream. Since I take Tuesday off streaming at night, Tuesday a lot of times is my big editing day. And there are some editing days where it's like, if I haven't gotten the footage I need, I'm not going to get the episode done, right? So, like today, I was doing some math on how long it was going to take to mine all this out and fill all this in. And I was like, if I don't do three streams today, I'm not going to get the footage I need to close out the episode tomorrow. So, what is HHH? That's Hermits Helping Hermits. That happens every Monday at 2 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Whatever hermits are available, get together and work on group projects. And the group projects will vary every week. The first week of this season, we worked on a tunnel for our nether, just as a temporary thing until we can get a real hub together. And then this week, we helped Wells Knight dig out some things. And because he's building a slime spawner and another mob spawner. And it's going to be pretty awesome. So let's see. Okay. We're going to have to probably eventually grab the dirt out of here and create a separate chest for that. I think I'm running low on wood again. So we might have to go up to the surface to just go chop down some lumber. Ooh, more blocks of raw iron. That's going to help us with our decorations. But yeah, let's run upstairs real quick. Hermits, helping hermits, helping hermits, helping hermits. Helping hermits, helping hermits, helping hermits, helping hermits. The stairs are waxed. They are waxed, exposed, cut copper stairs, as you can see on the screen in front of you. Hey, though, Connor, too, thank you for the 5. Who says, if you have a PvP tournament this season, can you have it be HHH Hermits Harming Hermits? You know, I'll talk to Hell's Knight about organizing that. After all, I am Evil Joe Hills. That's going to put us 3 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go real quick, collab here. Possible alter ego idea. Hell's Knight hosts Hermits Harming Hermits PvP Day with okay. So, yeah, we'll worry about that later. That was too good an idea to ignore though, Connor. Yep. Okay, so why did we come up here? We got to chop down trees. Yep. Luckily, we've got our trusty steed, Diamond Hooves, who, as you can see from his outfit, made a fortune in game clop stock. So let's go ahead and go gather some lumber to support our efforts. Okay. Let's see. This is such a fast horse. I love it. So I've just been kind of chopping down little trees out here. Okay. Quicker Quail, I leave that as an exercise to the viewer. Okay. But that's I'm glad you noticed. That is something that I have been considering as well. Okay. Dang it, now I'm trapped in... I feel like we got 43 logs for right now. Probably should be enough. Oh, yeah, there's a dog. Do we have bones? No, it's fine. Okay, also, let me just real quickly run by... Wait, there's other horses over here? Wow. Huh. I don't know when those... Were those always there? Did they spawn? Maybe Cleo brought them here. Okay. So while we're here, I want to quickly check my chest in here. Also, we haven't sold out of the allium again, right? Okay. I'm gonna grab this. Did I leave any tough in here? No. Cobbled deep slate. Ooh, I did leave that, though. I need that. Okay, we'll leave the extra amethyst here in case somebody needs to buy some. Okay, cool. Yeah, none of this. The rest of this is already... Oh, no. Where did Diamond Host go? There he is. Okay. And I need to switch my view back in Discord to the live event chat. What is that? 1 second. There might be a storm coming in or something. Okay, it's an Amber Alert. Okay. And it is 3 hours away. So that is not super immediately addressable. Okay. So quick reminder, we are $3 away from the next face camera expansion, as you can see from our abacus here, and tips are always welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Mike Watson, the plan is indeed to do auto flower farms at some point, but that is not a month one plan. That's going to be after... Dang it. So, basically, after we get our starter house in, then we'll come back to that. Okay. Cool. I enjoy your enthusiasm, but that's a timeout for yelling in all caps. That'll give you some time to read the rules and familiarize yourself with our community norms. Thank you, though. I'm glad you enjoy the content. 9 tough. Boom. There. See, this was a great trip to the surface. You know what? We should probably put this extra book and lapis also in our thing. Let's take this oak sign. And, okay, so the extra book and lapis can go in here. Okay. Yeah, auto flower farms are in the plans, but not yet. That's not... So episode 3 is going to be about the mine. I want episode 4 to be about my starter house. If I do it about the flower farms, then I'm not going to get the starter house done. I know that. Okay, so we'll put that there. What if we put that there? That's going to give it a little bit of a... Yeah, okay. My daughter's well. Thank you for asking. Okay. I mean, I'm feeling really great about this. Like, it's not done yet, obviously, but like I know where I'm going with it, and I'm happy with the progress. Whoops, no, not that. Not happy with that. That was a misplaced block. I'm trying to avoid misplacing a bunch of blocks, but I'm doing it anyway. Womp womp. Come on. Let's make a torch real quick also. Put that in our offhand. Dang it. Well, whatever, it's fine. It's all fine. That's too blatantly diorite. Definitely doesn't look right. I still use replay mod. It's great. Okay. Yeah. I know auto flower farms are pretty easy, just pistons in a dispenser. But the thing is, to make them look good, we need to map out where we're going to put our castle. And then we need to map out which village buildings we would like build facades around the flower farms. So, like, we need to plan out the entire biome because we have to put the flower farms in different places where different flowers grow. And so there's, like, a lot of coordination there that Cleo and I just don't want to do right away. Like, we want to get into the game a little bit before we go. Like, some people, they already have their mega base completely planned out. Like, we have the concept, but the actual way we're going to map that concept onto this biome, we haven't done. And we have to sort that before we can build the flower farms because we don't want to move them. Like, they're gonna go where they're gonna go, and they need to fit into our whatever. Like, I was gonna say floor plan, but like maybe street map would be better because we're gonna do kind of a street map of like, okay, here's the village around the castle, here's the roads. So we need to make sure we have coverage for all the different types of flowers with different flower farms around the base. And we need to make sure they're not like in the middle of where a road needs to be or where the castle needs to be, right? So it's a lot to think about. Now, there's no commands here. I don't want people giving commands to robots in their free time. Like, you're here to communicate with other people, not robots. Probably talk to computers at work all day. Okay. Okay, so this is coming along. Okay. There's a beta of Replay Mod available to Patreon patrons of the developers, and I am one. So yes, I have access to Replay Mod now for 117. And if you would like it, I recommend you go to the Replay Mod website and follow the link to their Patreon page and sign up. They post the betas in their Discord for patrons, and it's a brilliant, brilliant piece of software. And the more money that those folks get, the better, in my opinion. So, if you love Replay Mod, support them on Patreon, get the early betas for 117 or other future updates. Dang it. Yeah, this is a little bit blocky, which isn't ideal. Salmon Salvation says, are you going to do a flower map for the farm to get the most from one area? There's actually a fan who already went through this seed and built a flower map. You know, we're going to double check it before we make decisions based off it, and verify the results. But from what I've seen, it looks pretty valid. And so we don't have to completely start from scratch on figuring out where the flower map is. But what we do need to do is figure out where the roads need to go and then cross-reference that with the flower map and then figure out kind of how to map out the whole biome. Whoops. And here we are out of Tough again. Yeah, so thank you, Kindlelist, for mapping that out. Yeah, we're going to put the dripstone in next. Honestly, I tried doing the dripstone early on the upper part, and I ran into a lot of trouble. The dripstone needs to go in last, or there's too many mistakes that get made. With water dumping everywhere. Hey, welcome, Mr. Waffles Live. Glad you could join us. Okay, so looking at what we've got here, we need to offload some of this stuff. We don't need both of these bows right now. Don't need the wax. Don't need the armor. We'll hold on to this. Though Connor 2 tips 5, who says, just because I talk to computers all day doesn't mean that they listen to me. Like the breakpoint I've clearly set, but the debugger ignores. Ooh, that is rough though, Connor 2. Thank you, though. That puts us 2 past our next Face Gamer expansion target. So here we go. It's time to expand Beetlejuice. Do. There we go. And let's go ahead and set that where it actually needs to be now that I've got my tie straight. I think that's about there. And, ooh, it looks like a PayPal tip just rolled in, too. Thank you very much to Edwin Butler 3 for tipping 8. That's going to bring us 40 away from the next Face Gamer expansion, who says, I like the focus on beautifying the mind rather than sprinting toward endgame content. Thank you. Yeah, that's the thing, is different folks enjoy playing the game at different speeds. And one thing I try to look at is like, how are the other hermits playing on a given season? Like, if one hermit says, I'm building Guardian Farm day 1, I'm not going to go build a Guardian Farm day 1, right? And a lot of the people, like, vaguely, you know, when we were kind of brainstorming our plans, it seemed like a lot of people were kind of going to rush the end game. And I was just like, you know, I think I'm going to do the opposite. I want to show how broad the talent is on Hermitcraft, right? You know, we're all distinct artists doing our own thing. But in order to really do that, though, I need to showcase the early game with the same level of diligence and talent and commitment that they're spending to rush the late game. So that's one of the reasons I wasn't just like, yeah, I've been working on this mine for 3 days. I'm putting out the episode. It's like, no. I'm gonna get this really to a point where people are like, okay, I can tell he put work into that, right? You know, and because yeah, like we have a lot of new viewers, especially early in the season, and it's as people like jump between. People see people in the first episodes and they want to check out new hermits that they haven't watched before, and it's just I think it's important to set like a expectation of quality and kind of a tone for what I'm hoping to achieve, because this is so even though last season, for part of the season, I was technically full-time, I was also helping my daughter with virtual school, and that's not the case now because it's the summer. So this is the first season where I'm like both full-time. This is the first season I'm day 1 full-time, and where I'm not like just working on juggling the YouTube stuff with a pandemic and taking care of a kid and dealing with Skype classrooms and Microsoft Teams. And, oh gosh, I'm getting stressed just thinking about it. But yeah, so yeah, let's go ahead and say, let's put a sign here that says Zombie Cleo's tunnel to geode number 1. Okay. And am I going to go end busting anytime soon? Oh yeah, I think I'm going tomorrow. Oh no, what time am I doing that? The thing is, like, I'm going because it's an adventure with my friends, but not because I necessarily want to like use an elytra. But Cleo and I had talked about going end busting, as one of our Like, what is something we've never done together before? We've never gone end busting. And Jev, he had some medical issues. He's been taking it easy, but he wants to get back onto the server and asked us to join him to go end busting. And so even though it's a little bit earlier in our timeline than we had kind of planned to do it, it was something we had already planned to do. And, you know, when we told him, hey, if you need anything, let us know. We're here for you. Hey, he needs some buddies to go end busting. We're going end busting, you know? So, yeah, now that I think about that, that end busting thing might kind of affect how I plot out my episode 4, because I hadn't originally planned to have an end busting segment in that. Like, whatever episode I build my house in, like, I need the whole 25 minutes or 30 minutes to build my house. I have really specific, well, kind of specific. My plan is to go on a tour of everybody else's house. Like, see how many hermits I can get tours from of their houses, and then take what I learn and incorporate it to make a new design of my own devising. And so the thing is, a thing where I go tour is like 20 houses is not a good episode to mash up with end busting. So that might get pushed to episode 5. Yeah. So yeah, Jev logged in earlier today. He's recovering. He's on the mend. But you know, he's still kind of getting his rest, taking care of himself. So, but yeah, he had invited Cleo and I. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's later this week. I need to check my messages. But yeah, I actually am going end busting soon. Which yeah, I need to set an alarm to wake up for that. Yeah, you can follow Jev's recent medical stuff on his Twitter. I don't want to speak for him, but he is out of the hospital. He is resting. He's recovering. He's doing well. On the whole, taking care of himself. So don't worry. He's not in, like, imminent peril or anything. Hey, Diamonds. It's kind of one of those things, like, it's a very Joe Hills thing to be like, oh, I need tough. Oh, okay, here's some diamonds too, I guess. Whatever. But, like, I would have preferred more tough. It's like, I need what I need right now. And even though this other thing is good, it's like, I'm kind of busy, other thing. Can you come back later? Oh, here's some more tough. Is this whole thing up here lit up? Just real quick, let's check that before we go mine it out. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. So... I am going to add dripstone. So I have dripstone in the upper part of the area already. I kind of already worked out the palette in the upper portion of the area. Okay, well, I don't want to deal with this lava right now because I am pretty far into my day, and I know that I'm mathematically way more likely to make mistakes with lava right now. I can come back and mine that specific tuff later on a fresh rest. But I need to get that rest first. So let's go this way and go after this vein. Do I have a stream schedule? I am streaming tomorrow. Oh, no, I'm not streaming tomorrow. I have no scheduled streams tomorrow. I have a scheduled stream Wednesday at 9 p.m. Friday, I'm going to... Okay, so Thursday at 9 p.m. Central, I'm going to be doing another Hermitcraft stream. Friday, I'm actually going to be doing a Ravenloft test game stream in advance of the Draw for Charity event in 2 weeks. So... And I think right now I have... yeah, I need to follow up with some people about playing in that. That's a separate thing. Okay. And I'm actually... So that Friday stream is probably going to start early in order... I talked to you about that, NJ. NJ's here. Yeah, I talked to you about starting that one at 8 on Friday because Ravenloft can run long. And we need to keep the pace up. Okay. Have I been to Franklin, Tennessee? Yes. It's not my favorite. I mean, one of the things about living in, like, the capital of a state, like, I mean, I know in not every state, like, the capital is, like, the city with all the cool stuff, but, like, in Tennessee, like, there's cool stuff in Nashville, there's cool stuff in Memphis, there's cool stuff in Chattanooga, and really, if you live in one of those places, you don't really need to go to the suburbs of those places. Like, people who live in the suburbs might like living in the suburbs. I'm not a suburbs person, though. I'm a city person or a country person. I would rather live in the middle of the woods or the middle of the city. You put me 25 minutes outside the city, but an hour and a half with traffic, I'm gonna be miserable. I can't manage that. Because it's like, yeah, you don't get to enjoy nature really because you're in the suburbs. So no, like I don't really like I drive through Franklin, Tennessee sometimes, and I occasionally stop there to play disc golf, but other than the disc golf course, it's not really and honestly, I might be talking about Brentwood. Maybe Franklin doesn't have a disc golf course. That might be Brentwood. But honestly, like, for the most part, the suburbs kind of just run together for me. Yeah, there's a few cool things in Knoxville, but I didn't go to UT, and so I don't really have any reason to go there. But yeah, like, and there's some places, like, out in the Great Smoky Mountains that are great, like, places to visit for tourism, like, you know, go see the outdoors, enjoy some stuff. But like I said, like, going to a suburb outside of Nashville is not really my jam. I can't actually digest ice cream, so I don't really go to ice cream places unless my daughter really wants to go to one, and then it's usually just whatever one is nearby, not like the most famous best one ever or whatever. So if you're talking about some ice cream place that's famous, I wouldn't have bothered to learn about it because I don't care. Isn't Franklin going to be where we go for Tennessee game days? Yeah, but like, the thing is, we're not going to be going to Franklin for that. We're going to a hotel with a convention, right? So yeah, I guess I go down to Franklin occasionally for like events in hotels, but that's not like, oh, this is the best city. I love coming here to go walk around. You know what I mean? Like that isn't that the city of Franklin drew us in. It's the city of Franklin had a hotel that was cheaper than Nashville rates. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, yeah. So I'm not trying to say like, oh, you'll hate Tennessee game days because it's in this city that's not really great, because like we don't go into town. We hang out at the event, you know? Okay. How often do I disc golf? When I can. I mean, honestly, that's the sort of thing I need to make more time for. So, like, yeah. Not enough is basically the answer. Yeah, I'm not likely to get a vacation home in a suburb. I am reading, I'm actually reading 3 chats, not 2. There's a Discord chat, too, for the Patreon patrons. Tennessee Game Days is a convention that I attend almost every year, run by a couple folks that I know from back when I used to work at the university in town here. And it's really cool. It's just a weekend board gaming convention. It's not like a convention like Origins scale. It's like there's maybe 800 to 1,200 people, and you hang out and you play board games. They have a huge board game library. They have a few tournaments, and they have some demo sessions where you can learn to play games. But it's super chill. It's not like, oh man, Wizards of the Coast is here showing off their new Avalon Hill line or whatever. It's which chat do I pay attention to most? Just wasting time. All of them. I kind of jump back and forth. There's not really there's no benefit to having a favorite. I'm moderating all of them in addition to running the stream, so I can't moderate them if I'm not reading them. Now, I'm not necessarily reading them out loud. I read out loud whichever chat is saying the things that I think are the most entertaining to talk about. So some days Twitch is really talking about stuff that is like, oh yeah, let's talk about that. And then YouTube will jump in because they hear me talking about it. But like, yeah. Kind of like a mini WBC. I don't know what WBC is. I do have a little telescope, but we don't need it at the moment, so I'm not going to go get it. I'm really trying to, like, wrap this up here. Dang it. When will the other Hermitcraft go live as well? This is the only Hermitcraft. Yeah, I've got both not Hermit vaccines, both COVID vaccines. I got my second shot in April, so I'm fully vaccinated. What's my favorite board game? I'm bad at having favorites or ranking things, but I have enjoyed playing Sagrada recently, which is a dice game where you make stained glass windows. I used to play a ton of Dominion about a decade ago. Kind of got out of that, just because, like, when my friends and I used to all live in, like, the same apartment building after we graduated from college, and so it was really easy to do, just like, hey, you want to come over, play Dominion? Yeah, sure. But, like, as we kind of, folks, like, moved on or moved out of state, like, I didn't really like the online version of the game. But I haven't been playing a lot of board games since COVID hit anyway, because I'm not really doing anything in person. I like Clank. I played Clank some with my daughter. She tolerates it. She knows that I really like it, and so sometimes she'll play it. But since I got the expansion pack that has the powered up characters from the Acquisitions Incorporated folks, what I do is I let her pick one of the powered up characters with the better abilities, and I play as one of the base game characters, and so that kind of gives us a it levels the playing field. I have not played Arboretum. You know, I never learned to play Settlers of Catan. It was just it just wasn't one that people in my group were fans of. Okay. World Board Gaming Championship. Oh, sort of competitive, but mostly recreational. This is probably less competitive than that, in that there's no championships. There's some bracketed contests, but yeah. Do I have a test world I experiment in to get ideas for episodes? Not really. Sometimes I'll jump onto one of the other servers that I run for my patrons and just hop in creative mode and sketch something out real quick. And then that can be fun for them because they'll be flying around with their elytras one day. Just be like, what is this weird structure? Who built this? And then I'm like, I'll never tell. But that happens maybe every 4 or 5 months. That's not like an everyday thing. I really like to do my experimentation on camera in game. Adam Tips 5, who says, do you think it is feasible to make Minecraft videos from a $300 laptop? I couldn't tell you. I have been doing this professionally. Even when this wasn't my full-time job, I've been spending money on this as, like, my primary hobby. And, like, I've never tried to do this on a $300 laptop. I've always, like, basically, I would take a bunch of freelance work. So, because the freelance work I did, I needed a powerful laptop. I would take a bunch of freelance work, buy a powerful laptop that let me do more freelance work more quickly, but then also could run games. And so, yeah. Like, I wouldn't have tried to do the work I was doing. Like, running virtual machines on a $300 laptop, that might be feasible today, but it hasn't been, or it wasn't when I was getting started. So I have no idea. I'm sorry, Adam. That's just not my area of expertise. Yergi says you can make videos on anything that can run the game and recording software at the same time, but the quality of that videos would be the question. Yeah, if you did low resolution, if you did, that's the other thing too, is when I was starting out, all my videos were like 360p or 480p. So if you're just trying to practice, you know, being entertaining, you don't need to make 720p videos. But, you know, if you care about the video quality, yeah, you might need to spend more. Now, the other thing is, I think Bedrock runs on a lot lighter system requirements than Java does. So, you know, if you're trying to make Java Minecraft videos, spending more money might be more important. But Bedrock will run on a lot of stuff easier. Okay, you are not a mod, so if you come in with the word mod in your name in such a way that implies that you are a moderator, if your name is Discord mod, that's not acceptable. You can't roll in here impersonating my moderation staff. Whether that's your intent or not, that's just not an acceptable name, because every stream you go into, it will be implied that you have authority you don't. You should really get a different Twitch account. I'm sorry. That's not going to be okay here. Yeah, and I see you spelled Discord wrong, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. People aren't going to see it. Kids are going to freak out if you say something that seems critical of them. It's not okay. Just don't pretend to be a moderator if you're not. Okay. Little Dave 003 says, I used to run virtual machines on my old Dell laptop, Circle 2010, and it was miserable compared to my desktop. Yeah, exactly. It's a whole thing. Tyler says, how do you become a mod? When I need moderators, I hire from... I usually reach out to people I know who are already moderators in other places and ask them to apply. Or I post a job posting in my Discord for any patrons to consider applying. But I have 5 moderators right now, and I have had no problem filling shifts out of that pool. So there's no immediate rush for me to add more. I am very happy with the team I have. So let's go ahead and just round this out a bit. I know people were saying there were a lot of hard corners here, and we don't want that. We want to clear up some of that where we can. Okay, I'm trying to avoid doing tetrominos because I had a lot of tetrominos in builds last season, and that's not what I'm going for here. I want Season 8 to feel distinct. Oh, I played Clank way before Tango created Decked Out. So, yeah. Yeah, my mods get paid. So the thing is, though, I only hire them for shifts on days when I know the chat will be too busy for me to watch it. Like today, it's just a chill stream right now. So, you know, I know I can watch the chat and keep an eye on things. So, I didn't hire any mods for this shift. But, like, on a day where, like, the Hermitcraft stream weekends where we're going to get raids with thousands of people in them, you know, I need to have an extra set of eyes on things. So, I asked my Discord mod team, hey, does anybody want to pick up a shift to, like, this Sunday from this time to this time? And it's usually kind of like first come, first serve, but we also rotate through so everybody gets a chance. So, like, you know, for example, 2 of the mods are Tommy Boy and Sammy. And so if I post something saying, hey, I need somebody Saturday and Sunday, you know, Sammy might say, hey, I could do both of those, but if somebody else wants to pick up one, you know, I don't need to take both of them, you know, that sort of thing. But, yeah. But since I pay my mods hourly, having it would be too expensive for me to have mods at every stream at my current revenue level. So, yeah, that's kind of where I am in that. How'd I get so good at decorating Minecraft? Practice, really. I mean, a lot of this stuff is always just comes down to practice. Tetromino. Yeah, it's like a 4 square shape. Do I have plans for a shop? Yeah, it's right over there. There's my market. We're selling flowers. I always forget I have this zoom option. It's pretty fun. Flowers! Yay! Okay. Hey, Eternal Dreamer. I'm glad you're enjoying the chill stream tonight. I have my farming potatoes, but I can buy some from Potato Boy. So I can feed them into my bone meal machine because I need 1 million bone meal basically, and I don't want to go somewhere else while I'm working. It's just easier to dump them in here. Okay. So I'm just gonna dump these diamonds in here because this is where I'm gonna need them really, is if I'm crafting stuff here. Also, let's put the crafting bench underneath there. There we go. That works. Yeah, the vase cam is or the vase cam is currently disabled because the flowers got too old. I was hoping to have time to get replacements today, but I didn't. It's just been a hectic day with 3 streams. So yeah. So the thing about HHH is a lot of the times because Hermit's Helping Hermits has like 3 or 4 hermits streaming simultaneously, it divides up the audience. Even if Impulse had rated me with 5,000 people today or whatever, a good percentage of those would have peeled off and gone to Wells or Hypno's stream just because they like Wells or Hypno more. And that's what happened too with Wells, is like there were people, I saw it pop in my chat, who was like, hey, I jumped from the Wells raid to here. So, like, the HHH stream, the audience size isn't quite as bad as on the Hermitcraft stream days. Because on the stream days, it's, like, focused. It's just a train where it delivers every viewer to you, and you're the only hermit streaming from the server, you know? So, yeah, but we'll see. If HHH grows in popularity enough, we might have to do that. Oh, yeah, that's very square looking right there. Let me just tap on that a bit. Just a scotch. Doot. And yeah, don't do weird stuff with spaces, please. Those works. Yeah, okay, that's a little better. Okay. Yeah, this is looking way better from down there at least. It's not perfect from all angles. That tunnel is looking better. So yeah, I think we're about ready to come in and do the dripstone pass now. The problem with using a multi-Twitch link for HHH is intentionally a drop-in when you can event. And so multi-Twitch works well if you know, hey, we're doing a 2-hour Clash of the Creators. Here's all 4 of our URLs. We're going to all be live, starting at the same time, ending at the same time. But with HHH, most of the time it's like, we know we'll have between 1 and 6 people streaming. We don't know which ones they'll be. Some people drop in and they were like, oh, I plan to stream, but you know what? I just want to relax. I don't want to have to deal with it right now. I just want to pal around. So, you know, I'm not going to stream after all. So, yeah, multi-streaming is better for more organized events. The only way that HHH is going to happen every week is if it's as little organized as possible. That's most Hermitcraft initiatives flounder because we don't do well with structure. We're not structure people. And that's what makes Hermitcraft so flexible, and that's why we've been able to persist when other Minecraft groups have gone under or broken up, because we are not rigid. We can just go with the flow on things, and it works. You know, oh dang it, that's not tough. It works for us, you know. So, okay, we need to get the dripstone now. Grace Vendor points out, accurately I should add, 80% of Hermitcraft is making structures. That's true, but they're all individual structures that don't necessarily work well with others. I mean, we all get along, but like, coordination is not our strong suit. Well, our strong suit is not needing to coordinate. Okay. with minimal coordination, we can still accomplish great things because we have good attitudes and because we trust each other, you know? So, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to empty some of this later. I don't feel like organizing this now. But we don't have a lot of dripstone blocks right now either. 48. We can turn some of the pointed dripstone into dripstone blocks. When I stream to multiple platforms, do all the chats go into one chat? No, I've got 3 separate windows open, which means all the chats move slower. So it's easier to just skim across. So yeah, okay. Yeah, voice mod just makes it easier to drop in and do stuff. Militia Daily says, I like how you guys don't have a leader. Well, you know, at this point, we're all professionals, you know. We don't need one, you know. Kaona Shijun says, blue lips suit you, Joe. Thank you. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hang a thing here. I'm going to close that off for right now because normally we don't need to use that. Okay, and so let's see, from right here, let's go ahead and put in one of these. That's not in the way of the card, is it? No. Okay, cool. I am the Beetlejuice. What places do I stream on? Twitch and YouTube. Alrighty, have a good night, Juji Fruit. What's my opinion about Minecraft's music? I turn it off because it will ruin the editing of my video if the music doesn't sync up, like between the clips. So I actually never hear the music in Minecraft, just out of efficiency, which is kind of disappointing because, like, I know they put a lot of work into it, but I just don't have a good way to. There's not a great way to route around that problem in terms of editing, other than just to not have music in your thing, in your source material. Because, like, all the in-game sounds are going to be recorded on the same track as that background music. And it's just really jarring jumping between different parts of the background music track as I jump forward with my editing, right? So I got to be kind of aware of that. Okay, so we're going to need to make some pointed dripstone blocks. Okay. Dripstone blocks. Dripstone blocks. 2 on my shoe. Dripstone, 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 dripstone blocks. Okay, now pointed dripstone. And maybe we'll have one here as well. Just trying to stagger these a little bit. Like, up here, it's a little bit more regimented because these are actually, like, a farm for the rest of it. So I had to space these out a certain way and stuff. But for the ones down here, like, it can just be whatever. Okay. Can I play the music on the stream? Well, the problem is I record while I stream, so it's one more thing to mess up turning off. Yeah, the cavern is looking good. Thank you, Yurgi. I'm pretty happy with it, too. Like, this isn't one of those projects where I'm like, oh, I hate everything about this. It's never going to be right. It's like, no, I know I'm on the right track here. It's just a matter of getting it done. Yeah, there we go. Now those are not going to grow unless I'm going to have to manually expand these. Okay. Because we don't have water above them. Can we grow glowberries? Yeah, I just actually made some bone meal for that purpose. It's in the composter hopper now. Okay. I feel like having the tough push into here every so often will kind of add something as well. Like, just kind of cleaning this up a little bit. Yeah, like, especially maybe more... Oh, here! Oh, no, I forgot about that. There goes my dripstone. Okay. What else did that wash away? Washing away again in Joe Hill's mine. Searching for my lost, washed away blocks. 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 Some people say that Cleo's to blame, but I know that it's all my fault. Okay. Is that me in my profile picture? Yes. Why is this taking so long? Oh my gosh, it's taking forever to despawn. Okay. So we're gonna need... You know what we should do, actually, is we need to go make some lanterns and chains for this. Isuma doesn't record his episodes during his stream, though, so it doesn't create the same editing problems for him that it does for me. We have very different processes. Like I said, that's the thing about Hermitcraft, is like, we're not all trying to do the same thing, you know? We try different things in different ways. And one of the things, too, is, personally, I think that, like, some people like picking their own music. And if somebody wants to listen to music in the background during my stream, you know, then that's something that they can do. You know, they want to just put on, like, Vitamin String Quartet and jam. You know, they can. They don't need me telling them what to listen to in the meantime. You know, okay, put that up there. Slowest water ever, I know. Alright, bye, Sporty Pompno. Have a good night. Okay. So, Grace Ventura says, wait, I totally could listen to music? Why didn't I think of this before? Well, the thing is, because the stream opens with me playing music, it might not be obvious, but, like, I mean... Once I'm settled in, yeah, y'all can listen to whatever music you want. The other thing, too, is, like, some people might want to practice just, like, doing scales or playing music while they watch the stream. So, like, if I'm watching a stream with no music, I could sit with my bass and a metronome and just practice scales, which I haven't done in, like, 10 years, but I need to get back into it. And so I've been thinking about that a lot lately, you know? And so if I'm, like, playing music the whole stream, somebody can't just do their own thing the same way, you know? Like, the music isn't a core part of what I'm trying to create, so... Oh, I had a whole block of... Okay. It's fine. Okay. So, let's see here. We are going to want to make torches as well. Jane says, I have my guitar out right now. See, that's what I'm saying. I play bass. I did before my daughter was born. But we didn't really have we had like a 1-bedroom apartment. There was nowhere safe to keep it once she started moving around. So I dropped it off at my parents' house, and I only picked it up recently. Well, right before COVID, basically, because I haven't really seen them since COVID hit. But yeah, it's not a fancy bass. It's like it was like $150 bass I got from the local music store. But yeah, it's an electric. I'm totally out of practice. I have not, like, I've messed around with some of my friends' basses since then, but like I haven't just sat there and like worked through scales and just practiced not chords because it's a bass, but just practiced like going through songs and like I'm so out of practice. Hotanis says, suddenly I'm practicing piano. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, there you go. Murphin Chowder says, I love my bass. It's a Fender P bass. Nice. Eternal Dreamer says, may I ask how old your daughter is? It's kind of out of context. She's 8, but okay. Yeah, so I guess it's been less than 10 years since I stopped playing, but yeah. Oh, my daughter is staying with her mom for the summer, but like she's here all year round otherwise, basically, except for a few holidays. So I see her all the time, just not right now. Brian says I'm going to whip out my clarinet. Awesome. So there we go. Let's go ahead and get these lanterns made. One of my friends got a new custom bass made recently by is it? Oh God. I don't want to get the guy's name wrong because he's awesome, and he's gonna. He actually gave me a tour of his shop once. He watches the show. Is this it? No. This is not the right channel. 1 second. Hold on. I'm so tired. My brain is just like... Hey, Art, are you watching? What's Nate's name if you're watching? Like, what's the name of his company? I keep... It's not... I keep thinking it's Nautilus, but it's not Nautilus Guitars. It's North Star Guitars? Yeah, it is North Star Guitars. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. This is a really cool one. This is the most recent bass I've played, is in this YouTube video. But yeah, North Star Guitars made this as a custom commission for my friend. It's a short scale 5-string bass. Because he wanted to be able... There were certain songs he wanted to play with a 5-string bass. And he wanted to get it short scale. But the thing is, most short scale 5-string basses are that were like mass produced are super low quality. So since Nate's a luthier, who's done a few other custom pieces for him, he was like, "Hey, can you make me a short scale 5-string bass?" And it's really cool. Like playing his short scale 5-string bass is why I'm like, I gotta start messing with my own bass again so I can actually like jam. But yeah. But like I love this design, which has like the nuclear symbol on it, and it says on the top of the bass. I don't know if you can see in the video. It says this is not a bass of honor, which is a reference to the nuclear storage place. Oh, you know what? The name of his company used to be Nautilus Custom Guitars, it looks like, but he changed the name of the company to North Star. So I'm not crazy for thinking it was Nautilus. Okay, I just couldn't find his YouTube channel. So, yeah, it's got an LED fretboard. It's really gorgeous. Like, but this is part of what I'm saying, like, is if you have a good job right now, and you know artists who are, like, dealing with the pandemic, and... You know, they're like, yeah, work, you know, I just haven't been getting, you know, as much work lately. You know, well, I need a 5-string bass. Could I, you know, I can't personally afford to commission a 5-string bass, but it's a cool one. This bass is left shunned and left uninhabited. Yeah, exactly, Jane. It's really cool. Okay. Yeah, if you're... Okay, that's not an acceptable username. Okay. So... Let's see. We got the chains now. We need to make more chains, actually, as I'm thinking about this. We've got plenty of iron. It's time to make chains. Okay. So... Yeah. Let's see. So, he actually, so my friend who commissioned that base also modified his amp. He painted it to say the danger is an emanation of energy. Oh, here it is on his Twitter. Amp and base. I'll post that in the Discord too. Sorry, Discord. Sometimes I forget to send you links. But yeah, that's the base. You can see it says not a base of honor on it. And this is just kind of the composition of the picture isn't great because he just threw this together in his living room. But yeah, it's fun to play. And so I gotta be good enough to be worth borrowing it or playing it. Okay. Let's see here. So we have some iron ingots. Okay. Okay, so we're going to turn some of these into, what do you call these? Baby irons. Baby irons. Okay, so then we're going to make some more chains. 45 chains seems good. 20 lanterns seems like a start. I really think, though, this is a really long stairwell. I think I'm being too cautious here. I think I should just bust out way more. Way more of all this. Okay, so way more chains. Okay, and then way more lanterns. Looks like our bottleneck on lanterns is coal at the moment, so let's go ahead and make more torches too. And lanterns. Okay, so now we have more chains and more lanterns. Because chains, we could use more than one per lantern. We need to have that set up. A nuclear waste long-term semiotics base. Exactly. I don't need a 24-string base. Okay. So. Time to make the chains. Okay. Let me make sure we haven't missed any PayPal tips. Nope, we're in the clear. Currently 35 away from the next face camera expansion. Tips are always welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills. I'm doing well, Kish. Why did you have to wait 10 minutes before you could follow? Oh, because that stops drive-by spammers from jumping in and spamming a bunch. I'm the only moderator here tonight, so I try to keep things easier for me. Yeah, I feel like having the combination of... So having some of the lanterns kind of sitting on the ground here as well. Like, there's just like a lantern there. Or like over here, we might have one hanging down from here. We don't want them to be too... We want to stagger them a little bit from our... other things. We don't want them to be all aligned. Like, I want them to feel... Okay, let's darken things a bit so we can tell where we need the light, actually. Let's remove some of these torches. We're right here, so mobs shouldn't spawn as long as we don't leave the area. Okay, so this to me says right here needs a lantern. Right, that feels good. Lantern right there feels good. A lantern coming from the ceiling up here also seems great. What am I making now? We are working on our mineshaft entrance, which I just removed torches from, so I can't go too far away from. But here you go. It looks like a geode here. We've got our waxed exposed copper stairs, named after our dog. We've got our dripstone, our lanterns, our glowberries, our geodes for accent. There's a lot of moving parts in this one. A lot of moving parts, but I'm really happy with it on the whole. Oh, we need to pillar up here real quick, I'm realizing. Because I think I missed a block of tuff. somewhere. Did I? Yeah, there it is, right there. And we also need to put a chain in coming down from here to add a little bit of extra light around this point, I think. So from right here, we're going to have some lights off these glowberries once I get the glowstone. For right now, I should actually just put torches right there. Ed Butler says, good reminder, I could practice bass while watching the streams. I seldom practice for more than 15 minutes at a time, but I try to do it in short sessions at least once or twice per day. It helps keep me sane while I am on mute during a long conference call. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So let's grab the bone meal. Waxed, exposed, cut, copper stairs. Waxed, exposed, cut, copper stairs. Yeah, Remy the Rambler, I've got a lot to do. Yeah, but I'm having a lot of fun. Yeah, teaching yourself in isolation is really difficult. When I first started playing bass, I had an instructor, and, you know, we would meet every week, and I had exercises to work on and stuff. And that kind of gave me the groundwork I would need. Right now, with COVID going on, even being vaccinated, I'm not super keen on having people in my home, especially when my daughter is here, since she can't get vaccinated yet. So I'm just going to do probably, I'm just going to work from books for a little bit, or videos. Okay, somehow we have screwed this up. Which one did we remove? That one? Okay, that's fine. You know what? Put tough there. Tough love. Okay. So yeah, we don't want these to be staggered in such a way that they look like they're all the same. We got a bunch of these here. Like, setting one right in there, nestled, kind of feels good. Having one coming down here feels nice. Yeah. And over here, let's go ahead and just put that there. That'll work. Okay. Okay. Have I ever done a 24-hour live stream? I've participated in 48-hour charity streams, but that was like as part of a team effort. Yeah, don't reply to a message that has a URL in it, because I'm going to delete the spam message, but then your reply has their URL in your reply, so then I got to time you out to delete your message. So you're not going to get banned for that, because I know you're trying to tell them to stop, but repeating somebody's URL who needs to go away, in order to make your messages go away too, to hide their URL, I got to time you out. Sorry about that. That's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah. Okay. So let's drop one here, maybe. That seems about right. And then I like the idea of just kind of having some laying around down here. Just set down, kind of. We can have some of these that are actually just straight up hanging directly as is off there too. But like, yeah, having these at various heights, I think, will kind of make the space feel more used. Okay, so Yeah, that's one of the reasons I went with an electric bass, in addition to them being way more compact than a real bass. But like the electric bass, I can put my headphones on, even in the apartment. You know, I'm still running it through the amp, but I have my headphones plugged in and just be strumming away, and it's not too loud, you know. So, yeah. Sammy says, I taught myself the trombone. It was not a pleasant experience for anyone within hearing distance. Brandon says, I played for 7 years in school. Did some competitive stuff. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Aren't they supposed to be... Are they supposed to be contrasting with each other? Yeah, the two sides... I wanted it to be clear if you were going down the stairs or up the stairs. Because the thing is, when you have stuff like this, it gets kind of weird. Like, having your mind stairs both be the same, you can get kind of disoriented, because there's no... what do you call it? Clues in Minecraft. No inner ear balance clues. And so... it's important to have visual cues as to like which side is which. So we have the one side here that's more plain and has the glowberries, and we'll tweak that one maybe in the future. I do have enough calcite, I think, to finish this off though. So we will continue to knock this out here. But okay, so let's go get that calcite and come back. Okay. Have a good night, Athano. Bum, 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 bum. Why do I have so many rules when it comes to timeout and bans? Seems like a hassle and other streamers don't care as much. Because other streamers delegate a lot of things, and I have to do it myself. So, a lot of the things that I time people out for are things that, like, specifically stop me from playing the game. Because, like, I'm here to play the game. I'm incidentally also gonna moderate, but, like, I don't wake up and go, oh, I can't wait to moderate a Hermitcraft stream today. I look forward to hanging out on stream, and I look forward to, you know, making fun stuff in game. But the moderation thing is, the first thing that a lot of people offload. I'm not in a place financially where I can afford to, though. But I'm getting there. So, over time, I think we'll see more moderated streams. But there's a lot of things that I need to be saving up towards as well, like new computer parts and things like that, so... Okay. So that's not like the only thing that I've got coming up that would need or benefit. But okay, so wait. These are all 3 high. So then this one should be... No, they're all 4 high. Wait, no, okay. Oh, that's the problem. Okay, that one was supposed to be that. Okay, I see it now. So wow, we are so close to being done with this. Is Cleo awake yet? Probably not. Part of me wants to borrow some calcite from her geode. Oh, wait, we discovered that other geode, though. Nader the Greater says, Joe, I think you're one of the most real people I've watched on YouTube, and I very much appreciate it. Oh, I'm glad. Velociraptor Blue says, have you ever played with RTX? No, I'm still running a 1080 Founders Edition. So, yeah. Last Airbender says that face cam hurts, please. Well, See, I'm pretty sure you're actually not the last airbender, so I'm going to ban you for impersonation. Next problem. It's always nice when people who are breaking rules say something out loud, so I know to ban them. Okay. So... Solomon Salvation says, normally it would seem like you don't have that many rules if you weren't moderating yourself. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, next problem. So we found that other geode down one of those mine shafts. And we wrote down the coordinates. The coordinates for that... let me scroll up here. Today... Yeah, Queen Dark Lady got it at 9:40 p.m. So, we are going to rename our sword with the name... Oh, no, I want to keep it named Loot Taker. I'm going to rename our axe with the geode coordinates that we need to head to. Okay, so we have enough torches and stuff, I think, to deal with what we're doing immediately. Let's temporarily drop some of our building stuff in our project chest here. Okay. Yeah, that's going to free up some space. Get rid of our cobble in our cobble chest. Cobble, cobble. Okay. So, if we are going to 1132, 44, 1385. So, let's see how high up 44 is on our stairwell. That might be close to where our train line is already. Yeah, it is. It's really close. Okay. So, 1132 is the opposite direction, though. And 1385 is about 50 blocks that way. The thing is, we've already got a tunnel that goes a good distance this way here. So, does it get us to 1132? Because ideally, I want all the geodes to have a train tunnel running to them. Oh, let's go get another pickaxe. Let's go get another pickaxe. I just realized I should make a new pick. This one's getting low. Atheno Cabin says, this 3 wide stairs looking good. Thank you. Yeah, I am glad. Yeah, I'm realizing since I want all my train lines to go to geodes, we need to start from here when we dig it out. We put our sticks and extra diamonds up here. Eli Peterson says, you're probably one of the funniest people I've seen on the internet. I love the idea of naming your dog after a staircase. Thank you. You know, the thing is, I know that what I make is very weird, so it doesn't appeal to everybody, but there's some people it resonates with, and, you know, I'm glad, because, like, I like making things that people enjoy. It is something that just brings me a lot of joy personally, because, you know, like, there's been so much going on this last year that I felt completely powerless to do anything about, but I could come in here and make people's lives a little bit easier, a little bit more fun, you know, each day. Then, hey, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. So, what I should have done is name the pick this, but that's fine. Do I like the Beatles? Yeah, they're okay. Okay, so 1132, go! That is a nice random pick in chat. Yeah, we got Fortune 2, Unbreaking 3, and Efficiency 4. I'm not complaining. Jory Hollander says, Joe's sense of humor immediately resonated with me after seeing one of his videos. Well, thank you. I'm glad. 1132, so we're about 70 away. Yeah, so this tunnel is already dug, which is great. And if we intersect that other tunnel, we might not have to dig the whole 50 even. 1132, great. One thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to temporarily put in a cobble stop there and put a sign that says whoops, dang it, 2 geode number 5. Then we can just keep mining this way. Since I live in Tennessee, that means it's midnight for me, right? Yep, it does. It is midnight. What happened to my face cam? See, when I move my eyebrows, it moves them on the camera. You know, can I ask, like, was there any... So, I don't see all the Hermitcraft fan art and memes, but there was one thing that I was, like, expecting the community to make. And usually when people make things like this, they tag me with them on Twitter or whatever, and I see them. But I haven't seen it yet. And so if this exists, I'm not trying to tell anybody to go make this, but if this exists, could you please send it to me? Because I really want to see it. I was expecting, after we launched our first episodes, so I ended my first episode with a rap that I wrote in like 2 days, and that my brother produced in another 2. So we turned the whole song around in like 4 days. And then Mumbo put Wonderwall in redstone blocks. And I have not seen any fan art of like me and my brother trying to frantically make a rap song, and then Mumbo being like, anyway, here's Wonderwall. Is that a thing? It's like such an obvious joke. And I wanted it to happen organically. I was waiting to see if it popped up, but I haven't. That hasn't percolated to me. If so, does that exist? Like, it's such an obvious joke when you hear it, right? Okay, so people are saying they haven't seen that concept, but it should be a thing. People are saying it's such a good idea. I can't believe it didn't happen. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, as soon as Mumbo's video came out, I'm waiting. I'm like waiting for the anyway, here's Wonderwall fan art. And there's been a lot of anyway, here's Wonderwall fan art, but not like that meshed together. Okay. I saw the deep faked singing, and oh my gosh, that is the most cursed, creepiest thing ever. Oh. Yeah, I'm not okay with that. Ugh. Yeah, that was like one of the first things I saw when I woke up this morning, I think. That really set the tone for my day. Yeah, deep-faked Mumbo singing Wonderwall is too much for my brain. Mumbo posted it on his Twitter earlier. You can just go to his Twitter and you'll find it. It's pretty obvious. Yeah, deepfakes are always disturbing in general, but like this one of him singing is like, wow, extra weird. I'm not gonna go find it right now because I'm really trying to wrap this episode. I'm like a few calcite blocks away from being done here. Oh. Okay. That's right. That's how we found it. We came from that way. Cool, cool, cool. People are saying that's horrible. I love it. I know, right? It sure is something, huh? It sure is something. Okay, we're gonna leave that bud. Okay. Yeah, Etho actually said thank you to the chat earlier for the gift. Because I told him it was from the chat on Stream Day, since y'all were the ones that knew he needed it. And so he said thank you to the chat. I don't know if I logged out since then, but he says, hey, thanks for the gift. And I said, the chat says you're welcome, Etho. They're the ones that suggested dropping it by, and he said, good plan. So, yep. Does Sean have an avatar that people could reference for fan art? Well, the cover of our first album has a big picture of him. Also, he picked the dumbest photo of me for this, which is hilarious, but also like kind of like, oh, come on. Why, brother? But yeah, he picked this dumb picture of me from when we went to the steeplechase, which is a charity horse race in Nashville every year. Hey, thank you, Francesca, for the 3, who says, I really appreciate the space you created here. The build looks stellar. Well, thank you. That puts us 32 away from the next face camera expansion. And tips are always welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Yeah, brothers have to do that. It's the law. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sammy says, well, I guess I have to go watch it. And then says, oh no, I wish I hadn't. Oh, Hunter says that makes me look like, what's the name of that guy from The Good Place they had the portrait of? Where Michael's like, oh, I'm very lucky to have that. Is it Greg? I know it's not Greg Fontaine. It's... this is going to drive me... If anybody knows, seriously, tell us. Because I don't... Doug Forsett. Yes, Doug Forsett. Thank you. That was going to just bother me the whole night. Okay. So... Yeah, Doug Forsett. Thank you. We'll do more vase cams when I can. Well, it's not that I can't afford flowers. I didn't get the chance to go pick any up today because I did 3 Hermitcraft streams today because I'm trying to get this episode done, but I also didn't want to miss HHH. 2 geode. 2 geode number 5. Done. Light it up. Okay. Okay, so we have some real calcite now. This should be enough calcite, I feel, to finish the build. It feels like it. Yeah, this is the Beetlejuice. It's showtime. Okay. Yeah, I know. I need to call the flower place. I just didn't get to it today. The one that doesn't allow walk-ins. Yeah, that's the plan. So if I can put in that order tomorrow and get it and pick it up on Wednesday for that stream, that might work. But I don't know what they've got in stock or what their turnaround is. Yeah. Also, I need to probably make sure that I order a bouquet, not an arrangement, because I'm going to be putting this in my own vase anyway. Although, if they have any chroma green vases, you know what? I'm going to ask them, do you have any lime green vases? Because if they have a lime green vase, that's probably worth it, right? I mean, I guess I could go vase shopping. Like, tomorrow, I have so much stuff to do just editing this video tomorrow. And I'm, like, adding tasks for myself. Like, oh, I know where I can go buy vases. Let me just hop in the cart. Oh, no. No. That's not a priority. That's not a priority. I gotta prioritize. Like, one of the things about, like, being an artist and being creative is sometimes you have more ideas than you have time for, and you need to prioritize the ones that are most... like urgent, like I set my own deadlines. So it's not like I'm in trouble if I don't get the next Hermitcraft episode out, but I want to get the next episode out. Like, I worked this hard to get this done today so the episode could be out tomorrow, So I shouldn't screw that up or risk messing with my schedule by going out to buy vases tomorrow. Amit Patil says hire an editor. Editing the videos down is really, I think, integral to how my process works. And like, so I don't feel like they would be my videos anymore. At least for Hermitcraft. There are other games that I could play where like, if I played a D&D game, hiring somebody else to edit that D&D game down would make sense to me. But for these 20-minute Minecraft episodes, like I really want to have kind of editorial control over this. So yeah. Okay. Then the vase cam would be floating flowers, right? That's but you know what? That's something I can do later this week. I don't need to go buy a new vase tomorrow. I can do it after episode 3 is out. Did I write G-wo-woed? Sometimes, you know, even though I don't feel tired, I feel like I have a lot of energy, but sometimes you start making mistakes. So here's what we're going to do. For one thing, do we have extra tough on us? No. Okay. I'm going to move this sign out to here because it's a better placement for it. And I'm going to write to G-O-woed. I'm going to do it right. Number 5. There we go. So now Cleo has 4 Geo. Oh, I need to actually baby spider spawner and geodes for 3 and 4. Great. So we have geode number 2. I think we got to remove that. We're going to consolidate this to geode number 2. Standardize it a little bit. Okay. No, these are actually in order because I need to keep track of them. This is too important to lose. These are really important assets this season. Do I play D&D as a DM very often? Well, I'm going to be playing, I'm going to be streaming a test game on Friday. NJ Coffee Junkie is going to be one of our players. Other players will be announced later this week. Do I have any tips for creating unique storyline and or environment? I mean, draw from what you know and what you want to learn about so that you enjoy the research. Yeah, don't just post hi 4 times in a row. That's spamming. Okay. So, let's see. Have we missed any tips? No. Okay. Whew. So, here's what I'm thinking. From a process standpoint, this feels like it's basically done. I wanted to get all the building done today. But I also, you know what? I'm going to maybe put some tough right there. 1 second. I want to get all the building done now, with the plan being that when I wake up and I have some fresh energy, I'm going to actually record the outro. So we're not going to record the outro tonight, but like the outro is like 30 seconds. It's just going to be me running through this, talking about it. But part of recording the outro too is I need to review the footage that I use and make sure that I don't reference anything in the outro that I ended up cutting from the footage, right? So, like, for example, there's a visit with Scar that's going to be in the final cut. But let's say that I decide to remove it for some reason. Because, like, oh no, that actually contained a spoiler for Scar's next episode or something. You know, something out of my hands, right? I wouldn't want to reference, hey, it was so fun hanging out today and seeing Scar. And then people would be like, what? Where was the part with Scar? You know? So, I'm going to do, I guess, my process when I wake up tomorrow. I'm going to do the rough cut of the video. Make sure that I only reference things in that rough cut in the outro, which is like a 30-second recording, where basically I could do a you know what? I'll do a dress rehearsal for y'all now. So the outro is probably gonna be me walking down the stairs here, and we can try it in third-person view, right? Like, get that out of our offhand, clear a throat. Like, that's all the time we have for today, folks, but luckily I was able to take a few hours and really polish up this part here. You know, we've got our geode with our train station. Okay, first-person mode isn't going to work well for that. Or third-person mode isn't going to work well for that. But, you know, I think we need to do it in first-person to show how the stairs are going to feel. So, like, we'll come in here like this. So we'll still start here and be like, wow, that was a lot of mining for one episode. But you know what? I'm really proud of our progress. I did spend a little bit of extra time down here refining this pathway, polishing it up a little bit. We've got functional dripstone here that's actually basically a small dripstone farm. And then we've got some more freeform tuff and dripstone things happening over here. You know, we've got some accent geodes and whatnot along the way. Got some hanging lanterns. I'm really happy with how it came together. I actually discovered another geode while mining. I didn't have time to add to our rail network yet. But hey, you know, at this point... Also, one thing I like about this is if I want to, when I hop off the train, I can just hop down here. It's kind of a nice little shortcut. And realistically, I'm more likely to be approaching the train from the surface, so... And I can always enter Pearl or Elytra. But oh, here we are at the bottom! And you know what? It's not all the way perfectly done yet. But it's decent. So, anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to read a poem. I need to pick which poem I'm going to read. That's another thing I need to do tomorrow. Read the poem, then it's out. So, yeah. So, normally I record the episodes live on stream, but just because tomorrow I only need to record, like... Yeah, this was just a rehearsal. Kind of figuring out the camera work and stuff like this. So I'll do the actual recording tomorrow after I do the rough cut of the episode. Because sometimes there's stuff where in the episode I say like, oh, and later today we're going to go here. And then if I don't actually go there, I need to say in the outro, oh, we didn't get to go here today, but come back for episode 4 because we're definitely heading there then, you know, to kind of push it forward, you know. So let's go ahead and see. Let's check on something real quick. Oh, hey, it looks like Don't Panic Flip is playing Total Nuclear Annihilation, which is a really cool pinball game I got to play for the first time myself a few weeks ago. I'm going to be posting scores for my pinball trips to the arcade and stuff on Pindigo. You can find me on the Pindigo pinball score tracking app as Joe Hills. But yeah, if you haven't seen Total Nuclear Annihilation before, it's a really cool game. It was made by this guy named Scott Denisi, who just built it in his garage and brought it to conventions to show it off to people. And a pinball manufacturer named Spooky Pinball, like, loved his machine so much and, like, saw how people love playing it at the conventions. They were like, can we do a limited run of 500 of these? Because, like, and the guy had done all the music himself, all the art himself, and so there was no rights to secure. He's just like, yeah, I own it. I can license it. Awesome. So they made 500 of these. We've got one here in Nashville. So anyway, if you want to watch Don't Panic Flip play Total Nuclear Annihilation, that's what I'm going to be doing while I clean up my apartment for the evening and start getting ready for bed. So until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Make sure to say, howdy, y'all. Joe Hills right here. And keep adventuring. Do-do-do.